Hi, this is Carrie Sullivan with the Eastern Oregon Regional Education Network, and I'm here today to share with you about student-centered learning. This is a refresher for some and a new perspective for others. Hopefully, you'll be inspired to place your students at the center of learning to enhance student engagement. Let's explore teacher-centered learning. In this model, the teacher is the keeper of the holy grail of knowledge. The teacher selects the standards that are to be learned, then creates a lesson around those objectives. It relies heavily on objectivism and is grounded in behaviorist theories of learning. All behavior is based on stimulus and a response. For example, remember Pavlov's dogs salivating at the sound of a bell? In the classroom, this is where learning is passive and more of a result of the environment provided by the teacher through rewards and punishments. This type of classroom relies heavily on drills, worksheets, and tests to measure learning. Students work on learning how to decipher what the teacher wants them to know, then make sure that they provide the teacher with the correct answers. The teacher then provides students with clear objectives and states exactly what the students are supposed to learn. The students then practice what was taught and finally are assessed on a narrow set of skills. The teacher, holding up a sacred cup of knowledge, carefully chooses exactly how much knowledge to dispense in a certain portion, following a certain protocol. Now we will look at student-centered instruction. The classroom likely has students working on various projects in various stages of completion. The teacher's responsibility is to know their students. Who are they? Is their social, emotional learning status? How do these things apply to their readiness to learn? What is their learning style? And what is their unique approach to learning? Students are encouraged to experience their education and draw that information into their own schema, incorporating knowledge into their lives. Assessment is a very different experience for both teachers and students. Mastery or proficiency is shown through original artifacts that demonstrate the student's knowledge and skill. Students' confidence then will increase as they know from their personal experience that learning has taken place and that they are more proficient in whatever skill is being taught. Personally, as a student, I remember asking why and being told because that's the way it is, or read page 266 and answer questions 1 through 12 even. There was little discussion or critical thinking. This made for a very difficult time as I became a young adult. I believed that someone else held the knowledge that I needed to be successful in my life, rather than having a strong sense of self and understanding how to integrate knowledge into my personal schema. I was very uncomfortable thinking critically, questioning the premises, and standing in defense of my own unique thoughts and ideas. In a student-centered classroom, the teacher is the facilitator, providing guidance and setting the stage for learning to take place. Now, this reminds me of a quote from Albert Einstein, The Role of the Teacher, which is to create opportunities in which learning can occur. He said, "I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. I try to keep this in mind as I teach my students." When you come into my classroom, I think that you'll be reminded of a construction site where contractors, the students, are all working on constructing and advocating to own what they're learning. My challenge to you is to set up a construction site in your own classroom.